Okay, today I'm going to address a couple of odds and ends things, okay? I have to make this so that you can see the keyboard, and I'm not sure I'm doing the best job at that. But here we go. Here's a few odds and ends things. In my particular piece, when I move from the A section to the B section, the left-hand pattern is the glue that holds it all together and makes it sound like it all belongs. Remember, we're doing this pattern in the left hand. Well, when I continue on to the B section, it still does that same pattern. Notice there's a little bit of harmonic tension in this B section. Hopefully you're hearing that the top note and the bottom note are no longer an octave, but instead they're 7 notes apart. Listen to it again. There's the octave, the last one. Do you hear that? Oftentimes the case, the B section is the place where the tension is at. When you look at a classical piece of music, Mozart and Beethoven and Haydn and all of those great composers, they did the exact same thing. So when people like Dennis Alexander and those people who write teaching pieces for us, when they write those, they write them with the same kind of feel to them. One, because of how it sounds and it's just nice, and two, because they're preparing us for those composers and those harder pieces of music. Okay? So that's one thing. The next odds and ends thing is that when you have finger numbers written above your notes in your music, they are very, very, very important. Again, they teach you how to move your fingers. And when you're young, you need that guidance, because when you get to Beethoven and Mozart and all those people that I said, Liszt, Chopin, sometimes the finger numbers aren't there. And if you haven't done your due diligence when you are practicing these pieces as you're learning, you're not going to play those composers very well. So I'm going to take the B section. Take a look at this. I have this little pattern to do. I have to stretch my hand. Can't see that very well. I have to stretch my hand an octave. So I have to be able to move my fingers. So I start on 4, but I got to move 4 down. Then I got to stretch back up. My music tells me to do that. If your music has a fingering in it where you have to change your hand because you have to go farther than 5 notes, follow the finger numbers. Here's another one. Okay, so that's another little tidbit, all right? So look for the little changes and always follow the finger numbers.